Good morning, everybody. Guys, I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. We're coming up on the new week, and Plarium is already throwing the bait out into the water. So what we have is a 2x plus 10x event coming up. Tuesday, September 3rd, we're planning to launch two events simultaneously. A 2x event to summon epic and legendary champions from Void Shards, as well as a 10x event to summon Odin Faefather. Now, this is not a progressive chance event, so it's just 10x. 10x on Void Shards are better than on regular shards, but they're still horrible. And what makes this even more of a bait is when we come in here and check out the plans for the events. First up, we have the Thor fusion coming up this week, and we already know there's going to be summon events for that. I'm excited for Thor. I think he's going to be an awesome champion. So if you're going for him, first up, you probably don't want to be summoning during a 10x event for a champion who you're probably just going to miss anyways because the chances from a 10x are so terribly low. But if you look past that, yeah, it is a 2x Void, which is a great time to summon your Void Shards, unless you're looking for Freya. So we have Thor, definitely going to be summon events for him. We have Freya, and unless the Deck of Fate for her is during Tuesday or during those few days as well, that may be a time worth summoning. But if not, then I would just wait for her Deck of Fate and then a potential better chance to get Odin. If you're going to be buying Void Shards, maybe you save up for a Summon Pool event. It mentions it right there, Summon Pool event, which is probably going to be Prism Crystals. So they're probably going to have the Asgard champions as well as a few other who are not that good probably in the pool. We have no clue. We'll see when the time comes. But if you're going to say spend, I don't know how much money you're going to spend, but say you want to spend $50 to $200 to $5,000. Who knows? There's some big whales out there. But I think your money would be the best spent during a Summon Pool event versus a 10x summon boost for this champion, which is probably just not going to be good at all. We also have a champion chase tournament for Odin as well, mentioned, which may be worth saving for because you never know. Maybe you're in a whale heavy bracket, or maybe you're in a bracket that you actually have a chance of competing in. So basically, 2x Void is awesome. 10x Thor on a Tuesday, no summon rush most likely going on. Outside of a Freya Fate Weather Deck of Fate, I wouldn't go for it, honestly. I just wouldn't pull. There's probably going to be a lot more opportunities. There's probably not going to be 2x Void opportunities alongside the 10x, but there may be summon pool events and so on. So that's the only thing you're going to be missing out on is in this event, you will have the 2x Void chance. So your odds will be boosted in that sense. But if you're planning on buying a bunch of Void Shards anyways, it may be worth just saving for a Prism event. Personally, I have, let's see how many Void Shards. 24. I ain't going for nothing. I'm not pulling for a single Odin. It'd be amazing if I got him. He's an awesome champion. Let's check him out real quick. In case you haven't read his kit, let's check it out. His A1 ability, single target, chance of placing Berserk, which we'll look at what Berserk does in just a moment. The A2 removes all buffs from all enemies, has a 80% chance, books up to 100% chance of placing decreased defense and stun on all enemies. That is awesome on a 3-turn cooldown. The A3 attacks one enemy before attacking, steals all buffs from the target. The damage inflicted by the skill depends on the target's type. Attack will inflict damage based on the target's attack, meaning they're going to die. Defense will inflict damage based on the target's defense. HP, support, and boss will inflict damage based on the target's max HP. This damage will ignore 100% of the target's defense. If the target was killed by the skill, revives a random dead ally with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. This is a very hard-hitting skill potentially. 3-turn cooldown, and then his passive, every 9 turns, whether it's your turns or the enemy's turns, it doesn't matter, just 9 cumulative turns between the two of you, the enemy and you. Every 9 turns places block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn and also applies a buff spread effect, taking all buffs from this champion and placing them on all allies. So this dude's going to be amazing for the arena. He's going to be incredible potentially for the Wixwell Hydra teams. Just continuous buff spread. It's going to make a lot of it much easier to do. Unless, of course, block damage gets spread. And then it's not so great. Because then the Hydra head steals that. It block damage. You can't nuke through block damage. Nothing happens. You got a big mess going on. But in general, this is going to be an awesome kit. And then you look at his aura. 40% speed in arena battles for Void champions. That is absolutely insane. 40% speed aura. It is so crazy. I mean, the best champions are Void. We don't have any Void mythicals outside of Carnage, right? No, he's not even Void mythical. We have no Void mythicals, but we have Taras, Marichka, we have Siphi, we have Arbiter, we have Narses, Georgid. So many champions could benefit from that 40% speed aura. Yeah, so he's going to be an amazing champion to get, but I wouldn't be, personally, I don't know what situation you guys are in, of course, but with the Fusion coming up, with the Freya Fateweaver Deck of Fate coming up as well, with this being the first event for Odin, I wouldn't put all my eggs in the basket of, hey, let's get Odin now, when there may be a summon event coming up. The only thing I think you would be reasonably missing out on is the fact that there is a 2x void alongside this. So your chances of getting legendaries are higher, but your chance of getting Odin is higher as well, but not really that much higher. I mean, there are a lot of void champions in the game. A 10x chance boost isn't very significant. I mean, a while back, a year or so ago, I pulled for Ares, who had, I think, 200 to 400 void shards for a Siphi during a progressive chance event, 25x. Still didn't get her. So take that in consideration. Yeah, there's going to be some players who get him with 20 void shards. And there's going to be players who'd miss him with 600 void shards. It's not the odds, but it's going to happen, I'm sure. Especially not being a progressive chance. Progressive chance would have been much more enticing, especially if you had a bunch of shards. That's not what it is. So guys, that's enough for the video. Thank you all very much for watching. Pretty short one today. Hope you all have a great rest of your weekend and enjoy your week as we get started. The Fateweaver Deck of Fate, I imagine, will come relatively soon. This is on Tuesday when they're doing the 10x event, the 2x event. I wouldn't be surprised if the Fateweaver was relative. Pay attention to the calendar because we'll probably see it pop up maybe tomorrow. May see it if it's this week, and then maybe if not this week, it probably next week, I guess. I don't know. We have no information, I don't think. So outside the fact that it's coming, we have no extra information. So guys, once again, thank you all very much. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.